Ladies and gentlemen, there's a subset of folks out there who think that video games cause violence. And personally, I think that this could not be further from the truth. However, I've recently stumbled upon this Dragon Ball FighterZ tournament, and I'm starting to think that those folks, they might have a point.
Exactly. Throw it.
Careful. Sample.
You should've known. I'm just saying, you should have known as soon as Krillin jumped back. Yeah. He's good at command, man.
At first, I thought that this reaction, this absolute meltdown, was completely unjustified and outrageous. However, upon closer inspection and introspection, I realized that if I personally had lost to Krillin as well, then I probably would have had the same sort of meltdown. All jokes and Krillin's slander aside, because let's be honest here, Krillin's probably actually the most powerful straight up human being in the entire Dragon Ball series, and he gets a lot of disrespect, so I want to give some props to my guy. This sort of behavior, especially at a tournament in a public setting, is absolutely outrageous and it's painful to watch. I mean, if you get this frustrated with video games, if you're going to get this angered by losing in a video games, not for you. Especially competitive fighting games. Like, it doesn't make any sense to me. If you're going to get this worked up, and I'm not saying that you can't get upset over losing in a video game. It's like the same thing as getting upset as losing in a sport or any other disappointing event that happens. But to emotionally melt down, freak out, and then lash out by throwing sticks at your opponent who is just sitting there next to you being polite all match and just playing the game is just sad to watch. If you're in your own room playing a single player game and you want to rage and break your shit, feel free to do whatever you want, as long as the repercussions are, strictly speaking, contained to yourself. But as soon as you involve somebody else, it's a no-go. That's crossing the line, in my opinion. And not only does this bozo throw his controller, but also loops back around afterwards as this cameraman and his buddies are laughing about the whole situation in this rage quit freak out, and then shoves him or hits him as he's zooming in for the close-up on the damaged goods on the ground.
That's a body, gang. That's a body.
Nah, you did exactly what you needed to do.
No, nigga.
Good job.
Son, no, hold on.
Good job.
Nah.
Hey, yo! No, you chill the fuck out.
What's going, bro? What the f...
Yo, he's a kid. He's learning to 16, like, let him be.
I really hate at the end too when this one guy pipes up that he's just a kid.
He's a kid. He's learning to 16.
He's not an 8-year-old. He's not a 10-year-old who is just emotionally immature and is, strictly speaking, a child still. This dude is much too old for this sort of behavior, and it is no excuse whatsoever. And if you don't have that minimal threshold of being able to control your emotions in this sort of public competitive setting, you have no business being there in the first place. Hopefully this kid was banned not only from this tournament, but from future tournaments, because this sort of behavior needs to be nipped in the bud. This cannot be tolerated in any regard. Anyways, that's pretty much it. Just wanted to share this nutty little Dragon Ball FighterZ rage quit freak out video with y'all. Thanks for tuning on in. We'll catch you next time. Adios, amigos.